Yes, that's right. We're talking about Nazis because this week, of course, sadly, in fact, in my opinion, there was a white supremacy rally in Charlottesville in the USA. I won't go too much into the details behind that. That's sort of not really why we're here. But we've got the Discord logo behind us because this week Discord actually announced that they were going to shut down quite a few of the servers that related to white supremacy, Nazism, out the right. Let's get rid of that word. They're all Nazis, and Discord said, "Hey, we're not gonna tolerate that. We're just gonna shut it down."
Yeah.
Which I think is really something quite important, especially because of the outcomes of these rallies. One person sadly lost their life. But if you don't know what Discord is a chat client for video games, right? I mean,
it's Skype,
it's a chat client,
but focused on gamers
Exactly.
and having our own servers where we can.
So do you use it?
Yes, I do.
So explain Discord to the audience, just sort of what you use it for, how you use it.
In layman's terms?
Yeah.
So it can be as simple as just chatting one-on-one
Yep.
with us, or it can be a broadcaster creating a server and contacting their many followers and talking to them and communicating in a safe, moderated space that they've made.
Yes. Oh, so they've made it and then they moderate too?
You can, like, say if you're a friend of mine on my server, I can make you moderator, and if I'm away, and you just have it, that's exactly it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's very, very similar to Slack if you've used that as a productivity tool. Got it open right now, chatting with some of my pals. Yeah, I'm definitely the noob of the group. The fact that I'm using the word noob probably puts me at a disadvantage as well.
How are you spelling it, though?
Well, yeah. But it is, Slack for gamers is the key throwaway there.
Yeah, sweet. So, yeah, as I said, Discord shut down these groups that were dedicated to white supremacy and Nazi groups in the face of what happened in Charlottesville. They did say that they didn't read the conversations that were taking place in these groups and that they shut them down because it violated their terms of service, which was about violence. And obviously, you can't harass or make threats or violence. So Discord said, we're just going to shut it down. It brings up a few questions to me. I mean, obviously, it's 2017. There shouldn't be Nazis, but...
It's ridiculous that we have to...
It's crazy that I'm saying the word Nazi in a forum like this, but what do you guys think about platforms like Discord holding their users to account in that way? Like, how do they police something like that? How are they able to just be like, we're going to shut this down? I would shut it down.
Yeah.
But how can a company just go in and do that? Is that because their terms of service say that they can? Or...
Yeah, 100%. Well, that protects them, but like... Absolutely, they should have the right to. It's their product, and if it doesn't agree with the way that they want it to be used, then 100% they should shut down people they don't want involved.
Yeah.
I think this is an amazing thing that they've done. I commend them for it, and I think that other social platforms should be taking lead from this and following their lead. I mean, doing the exact same thing.
Absolutely, and I think that's what I was kind of getting at is because places like Facebook. And Twitter,
all the groups under the sun,
are notorious for not shutting down. Like they're notorious for like running the freedom of speech line and not shutting down groups such as these. But Discord's just straight up said we're not doing it.
Well, where does freedom of speech have its line blurred to inciting violence, inciting
hate speech?
It's their environment though, so it's like. Freedom of speech, whatever. Like this is our platform. But like in saying, like in the comparison of the social media channels, social media companies, with Facebook, it's linked to your account, and it's on my Facebook account, it is Bo Uche, and you can see who my mum is, and you can see who my siblings are, because there was a few years back, Alana Pierce from IGN, before she joined IGN. Was in a situation where someone had attacked her on Facebook.
Oh, yeah,
and she was like, well, I can see your name, contacted the kid's mother and showed his mum what he'd said to her, which was, I won't repeat it here.
Wasn't this, it resurfaced recently.
I think it's one of those things that does a spiral because, well, this is the thing, like, nothing seems to change.
No.
Especially in these sort of...
all I was saying is that with Twitter and with Discord and similar platforms, you're anonymous.
Oh, Facebook, but with
Facebook,
Discord.
you're not anonymous.
Yeah.
With Discord, you are. You create a handle, you know, on Twitter you can
Your
be an egg
alias.
and you can call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well,
People
I'm
don't know
Milky
who you are.
Pixel,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know, everyone also knows my real name, Perlin Revolution. It's not something I hide, but for all intents and purposes, on platforms like Discord, Twitter,
You're
I'm
someone
Milky
else.
Pixel. On Facebook, I have both.
Yeah.
I get a question here.
Yeah.
Given that violence has always been in video games historically, do you find that this might be just a political knee-jerk reaction? These guys are like, well, we're going to distance ourselves from that kind of argument as well.
Oh no, I don't think it's a knee jerk. I think it's everyone has an opinion on Nazis.
Yeah.
Like everyone has an opinion on
Well,
Nazis.
I don't even think that there should be more than one. But
But like
How
either-
many sides?
nobody's going. Oh well, you know. They're all right. Like no, like either you support them or you're against them.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very black and white subject.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's related to violence in games at all, which has been there's many studies out there refuting the connections between violence in games and violence, and we know that, and there's plenty of research out there to disprove that. But yeah, no, this is because Nazis are fucking terrible.
yeah.
Like they deserve to be shut down. So yeah.
Like, no race
And
is better than another. Like, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And excuse my language. We did want to keep this, fairly
Family friendly.
cussing free, but I just couldn't.
Well, you were telling me before that you had a few words to say anyway, Bo. Did you?
Oh no, I kind of covered them with the social accounts, but we were talking about you're obviously on all these platforms, Milky, and you as a woman in games, so. And as a woman, as an Asian woman as well, like you would be at the forefront of a lot of negative comments and negative.
Yeah.
Like while we've been on here, you've had one come in. Someone saying something about you.
Expletive, you look good.
Yeah.
From an anonymous account. Just
like-
contextually, though, it was a text message from an iCloud email, not like a compliment on an Instagram post or Twitter where you can see. It was an
Trace it, yeah.
SMS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which was weird.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this person appears to have no point of reference of what they're saying I look good of. It's just, oh, here's a
Yeah.
freaky comment.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
About your looks.
Yeah, but it's very common for women online and women in media, especially like getting. I'm sure that you would love to see more stricter guidelines put in place from places like Twitter and in Discord, which have shown that they can do it.
Yes.
And other platforms like that where people, which
100%.
you're on, like Twitch
Yes.
and others. Mm-hmm. Yes, 100% do it.
100%. No, I mean, like, just the other week, I was doing a broadcast on Twitch, and a user came on spouting racist BS, and one of my moderators was having none of it and just went, okay, you're blocked.
Yeah.
And he decided to do the chat evasion, or ban evasion, which means, I'm going to private message this person.
Okay.
To still talk to them.
Yeah.
Instead of, sitting there and being banned. And started sending me death threats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
cool.
because I wouldn't let him be racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's partly up to obviously the guys that run the servers, but if you're
Of
running
course.
servers that are explicitly going to be about things like hate speech, things like white supremacy, things that are quite obviously from Discord's point of view, I guess
on the wrong side of history.
not even on the wrong side of history, just so black and white terrible.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
opinions that are just not, there's no place for anymore. Discord obviously
There never was, but
No, they never was, but they
yeah,
existed,
no,
you know.
yeah.
Those
but
opinions
it's just
existed.
kind of following on from that, and you said it earlier, and Discord said, look, we weren't listening to the conversations, we've just shut them down. I actually think that the social media sites should be listening in. I don't have a problem with that. It's public domain. What you put, anything you put online is available. I think those channels should be listening more.
Yeah.
I think they should be paying attention to what's being said. And if that's a way that it reduces death threats and sexual comments and things that you have to put up with. Unwarranted.
If a boyfriend makes sexual comments
Right.
in context.
Yeah, but
But I
people
agree.
jumping on your feed and, saying the things that they
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
like 100%. If that's reduced in any way by these social media companies listening
Taking
in,
action.
100% I support
Do it.
Yeah, you bring up the listening in. So you'd prefer that they listen in overall, or like for something like this is like surveillance then, right? So it becomes something more like what you see with the NSA or those kind of agencies in Australia as well. Would you like to see that level of
I don't think it
surveillance?
needs to go that level. I just
Or
think
do you
it's-
like are there terms where Discord will like we're looking at this now? We're going to employ someone just to look for these groups and this sort of messaging in these places?
Just enough.
It just seems logistically impossible to me unless it's automated.
No, the technology out there is pretty smart.
It is, but
you know,
Still, like you can't like both sides. You can't blanket statement or like you can't blanket policy or rule every little thing.
yeah.
And on one hand, it's like we have the technology, but then do we have the resources to ratio the amount of people,
Yeah.
the amount of servers, and well, how many jobs are we going to create
And
to monitor,
importance to the company.
moderate?
Like,
Yeah.
I
That's
completely
it.
agree that
Yeah.
they should be shutting these things down. It's just that from a business point of view, they might not be doing that. And that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like,
yeah.
now companies have to start treading a line that's like, hey, we're going to have our political opinions on show. And I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of them should anyway.
Yeah.
But something like Discord, you're going to run into strife.
Look, I just think if you're a platform and you want to make yourself a safe place, an encouraging place for women, minorities, and people that regularly get attacked online, then you should be looking at these kind of guidelines.